Okay, I'm going to try to do a demo here of this video. Let's play the video.
In 1973, a researcher named Lauren Pickard was doing something that sounds more like science fiction than laboratory science. He was taking liver tissue from old animals, aged, worn down, and bathing it in blood plasma taken from young animals. And the old tissue started acting young again. The proteins it produced changed. The cells began behaving the way they had decades earlier. Pickard spent years trying to find out what in the young blood was responsible. The answer turned out to be something tiny, 3 amino acids, the building blocks of protein, bound to a single copper ion, something your body already makes, something that's been in your blood your entire life.
Okay, so there's your intro to GHK copper, the peptide that may rewrite aging. 4,000 plus genes explained. It's a fairly short video, I believe about 9.26, 9 minutes, 26 seconds long. Okay, and so how do you know this is not just AI generated? What if we have a tool that'll show us the peptide A to Z channel and evaluate it for its content as well as for whether or not it is an AI voice? I can't tell by just listening. It might be a doctor talking, it might be a PhD, it might be just AI generated content. So we're going to do an evaluation of it. We're going to pick up on the URL and we're going to carry it over to our Extreme Voice IQ. And on Extreme Voice IQ, we're going to pop open this URL and find out what's inside. Okay, we're going to get the URL into an MP3 converter. All right, download it, MP3. And now we're going to load that MP3. We're going to drop it into here on extremevoiceiq.com. We drop it in. Podcast interview. Sounds like there's only one voice in there talking. I haven't listened to the whole video, so I'm doing this a little bit. I just selected this video this morning. I think it is only a few hours old. It has about 700 views on it already. So let's find out what we can. I'll just ask the question, is this deepfake? My keyboard lights have gone out, so I'm a little slow typing. We're going to analyze the video now. Okay, so we're using something called Velma 2, and I might put a little intro to Velma 2 at the end of this video so you'll know where I got the technology to build Extreme Voice IQ. I built it on Abacus AI, and I used Claude as my co-intelligence to come up with this idea. So it's an API from both Modulate and from Claude that's doing the analysis. And so right now, Velma is doing the modulate portion. Velma is, I guess, the character chosen name at modulate. And so what Velma does is Velma evaluates the voice for whether or not it's a deep fake or potentially altered by audio, some kind of audio effects. So it's not necessarily that we're going to disclose that this is deepfake. We don't claim that, but we do show it by the combination of testing the voice as well as testing the conversation and putting the two together, we can at least tell whether this is legitimate data to pay attention to. And now Claude is doing his part of taking the data that Velma has produced, and Claude is going to show us in a report what the basic potential of verified information is, whether or not this is legitimate, to whether or not you want to subscribe to this channel, whether or not you want to use this data in your own research or make a channel based upon the same ideas. I mean, the claims here are that GHK copper is going to change the whole aging on what did it say, 4,000 different genes? So that's a rather significant claim. Now, are we going to be able to verify all of that? Of course not, but we're going to verify quite a bit of what the chat is about here, what the talk is, and perhaps find out where this conversation came from. Now we're producing a PDF now, and we are right away flagged about the voice. So the voice is highly likely to be an altered voice or perhaps an AI voice. So the authenticity is the first thing we want to know. But the beauty of this system is it doesn't evaluate just the voice. It looks at the emotions in the voice, which tells me that there's some human character here also. It's very interested, it's calm, and it's confident. Now, a lot of times you'll just get neutral if it's all AI. So I don't rule out legitimate data just because somebody's using an avatar or a voice modulation. You know, what I'm looking for is whether or not the data that this voice is giving me has any long-term significance. So we get an overview. This is a single speaker podcast, just like I got from the intro. The name of the channel is Peptide A to Z. Okay, authenticity. The audio model Velma 2 returned a maximum deepfake of 0.946 against a threshold of 0.5. So it's like from 0 to 1, a 0.946 is really high on the deepfake category. So it's probably an AI generated voice, but my app does not claim to know it all. It claims to give you a reason to question whether this is AI deepfake or not. So you have to have human verification to really 100% say for sure. Okay, so there's some emotional profile that we talked about. There's rhetoric in the, I haven't listened to the whole video, but it's telling you there is some rhetoric about certain topics. And then there is what to verify. So my app is actually telling you what needs to be verified, either by further research or by Claude, by AI here and now. And so it gives you a list. You want to verify the compound, you want to verify the name of the former researcher that discovered it, you want to verify certain blood levels claim, 4,000 genes influenced. So all the things that you need to verify is given in a list, and then we bring in Claude. And Claude actually does two things. He uses Sonnet 5 character of Anthropic to evaluate the data, and then he does he's involved in two things using Sonnet, and he's also we are also requesting that he verifies using more recent data, in other words, the web. Because I don't know if you know, but Claude is unable to see the last 30 to 60 days. He is a little bit on a time lag. And so we are doing a search to verify, and the verification report comes out that GHK copper is well documented, real biochemical compound. So that's its reality here. That Lauren Picard is source's name, researcher. Well, a little misspelling here, but a discrepancy worth flagging. But the human GHK copper was isolated in 1973 by Picard. Okay, I don't know if the misspelling is because of audio or if it actually was misspelled. Okay, blood concentration discussed. We won't get into the medical side. And then there's the influence of 31% of aging-related genetic markers published in 2015, verified in NIH library. Again, I'm not going to get into the details. We'll let the scientist of this product explain it further, but we are given quite a bit of information here that this is a legitimate source of information, this particular YouTube channel. So I use this for verifying whether my YouTube channel that I follow, that I subscribe to, has any particular great sources. Speaking of sources, we have here where Claude finds this information, and we download a PDF here for you. And in the download, the sources can actually be clicked on. So let's find one source here: GHK-Copper and DNA repair, right here. And up comes your article. So you see how fast I can do my research to verify that Claude has given me the background of where this information comes from. So I'm going to use that to further my knowledge of GHK-Copper, whether or not I want to use it in my own personal health care with a guidance of a physician, hopefully, or healthcare worker of some kind. And I know the FDA is struggling with GHK-Copper right now. So struggling is maybe not the word. So let's get down here. FDA announces changes in this of 12. Where is my... Okay, that's about all I have for GHK-Copper. Key takeaways. Consider giving a try to... Oh, one more thing I nearly forgot. We have Ask Socrates built in. So let's ask Socrates a quick question here. Hey, tell me, what is the best reference material in this article for GHK-Copper's anti-aging claims? Let's ask. Socrates is connected to my app, Extreme Voice IQ, and Socrates has certain definitions of how he answers with logic. Okay, let's see what he says. Based on what's actually in the report, that's part of his logic. The strongest sourced material touching GHK-Copper anti-aging claims is the Gene Expression Broad Institute findings, item 4 and 5 of the verification results. So there you have it. He gives you the answer right away, and then he goes off on a tangent or two. But you can get the details on my app, extremevoiceiq.com. Using this as an analysis, you can get to the detail of the report and then actually go off and study that detail and leave the rest of the video behind. So give us a look at XStreamSmart Voice IQ, or actually the app is Extreme Voice IQ. The name of my company is XStreamSmart AI. I don't even have a website for the AI yet. I have a couple of apps that are up and going. I'm a new company. I'm a startup. I'm less than 3 months old.
In January, we revealed Velma to the world. Developers everywhere wanted access. Our emails and DMs were flooded.
To date, Velma has improved over 566 million hours of conversations and detected over 40 million business problems for Fortune 500 companies, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto Online, and more. A breakthrough voice AI architecture and model that beats LLMs by an order of magnitude on accuracy, cost, and reliability. Everyone wanted it, so we decided to make it available to everyone, not just enterprises. The API is now live. Velma by Modulate is the first voice-native model of its kind. It listens to all the nuances and depth of a conversation to understand its true meaning. Understanding comes from signals like emotion, rhythm, intent, hesitation, sarcasm, and dozens more. Transcription removes all of these signals. Velma leverages them. Enterprises use Velma to fight fraud, retain at-risk customers, protect users, and solve dozens of other business problems. Now, with the Velma API, developers can tap into that same intelligence. Integrate Velma directly into your stack to build anything. And that is just the beginning.